Now we get to the objective function, okay, which has this expression here. And there are lots of ways to write the objective function, okay, but one nice way to do it is by means of using the environment align. This is similar to equation because, as you can see, we are writing formula within it, but first we can break it into different lines by using this a double backlash, and secondly we use ampersands so that we can align things as we write them. Okay, so actually we could, I haven't done it here, but I could write box min dots. Okay, and what I see is that I have this min. I can actually, yes, add more lines. Imagine, let's create a new one. I can do this. I'm going to create several ones, and you can see how it looks like. Okay. Okay, now you see that everything is actually aligned. So you have the min on your left because it's on the left of this ampersand, and then you have all the rest of the elements in your objective function to the right. Notice two things. First, I used mbox. Mbox allows me to write code as if I wrote it out of any of these environments. So for example, if I write here, we will have blah blah blah. In this case, LaTeX understands this is text. And in this case, notice that if I write mbox, although this is an environment used for writing equations, LaTeX, by means of reading this mbox, knows that this is text. If I write a space here, you'll see that it respects what you've written as if it were text, plain text, or regular text. Okay? So I'm going to remove this and this. Oh, one more thing I want you to notice is that there are these numbers everywhere, which are very convenient. Okay. In this case, notice that this line doesn't have a number, but this does, because I wrote here the no tag command. If I write no tag, it means you are asking LaTeX not to create a number. It depends on whether we want to have every line identified so that we could refer to that in the text. If I write here no tag, I will see these two removed from there. When it recompiles, there you go. Okay, it depends on what you prefer. And one final thing is that you can refer to specific constraints or lines. For example, let's write here, let's go back to the constraint. I can create, let's say, label, the command label in between curly brackets. You can write anything here, but I like to use ec for equation. Dots, let's see, for example, constraint, let's say, supply constraint. It's nice to have a name that refers actually to what the constraint imposes. Then you can use this and write something like equation, but instead of using label is to actually label, and ref is to refer to the previous label, imposes blah blah blah. In that case, you'll see this text here where, let's see, this one is actually the one you have here. So you don't have to tag every single line. You just tell LaTeX by not writing no tag that you want a number there, you have the label, and you have the reference to that.